Hey everyone, this is Mark from My Size Hedge Fund. We're back playing Geist up against Palana today, so they're going to be really happy with our identity. Our opening hand is pretty great. We have kind of our permanent breakers early, which is not ideal. Puffer and Abagnale. But we do have Tech Trader and Sure Gamble, so I think we keep this. Our initial turn I think is going to be Sure Gamble, Draw, and Tech Trader. This is an interesting one. So they're all advancing really early. Part of me wants to check it. Part of me just wants to leave it alone. I think I'm happy to go for the long-term setup. This might be the new trap/agenda where they get to res it and score for a point. It could be an avocado protocol at the same time. It could be a lot of things at this stage. So Project Junebug on top. Okay, we'll run and take that out so they don't have that mind game at the very least. Which tips this more towards an agenda, I think. Alright, they're bringing the pain train. This is going to be a very damage focused Palana, it seems. Could legwork, which is kind of funny and I kind of like it. Let's get the same old thing down first, then legwork. Let's get rid of Ronin. Let's... Genotype is kind of annoying for us. And clones are not people. Okay. So they could score here and get a clones are not people and score 4 points. Interesting. Okay, so they're all about the traps. They are very willing to let us run aground into things. Tapworm, we want to have a Sackcon out as well. So I think we can hold on to it for the moment. We wait and see. What went back in? So all of these still here. I thought they used... Oh no, Genotype is still in hand. Okay, so find our Sackcons, get Tapworm, and then we'll have infinite money basically. But they have a lot of money too. It's more the damage that we have to put up with. Now we do run 2 levies, so that is very much on our side. But that is kind of it. We don't run any damage mitigation. It is pretty much fly by the seat of our pants, run into certain things, take the damage where necessary, and just hope to be able to redraw faster than they can kill us. And this is a very strange Palana deck. I'm actually going to zoom in because people have said that things are way too blurry, and it's something I've forgotten about, and I apologise for that. Of course, if I ever check archives, I'm going to have to zoom out again. So, let's fire this off, just to see what we're looking at. Excalibur. Doesn't tell us very much. And no Sackcons in sight. Which is kind of bothersome, actually. Let's take a credit. Let's get rid of Paperclip, which means we have all but our Code Gate Breaker now available to us, because that went in the bin. And there goes genotyping. So let's see what they're going to put out, or put back. How many agendas did they end up with in hand? 4 unseen cards going back. And part of me is terrified to run archives because of how much damage we've seen so far. Draw. We can draw daily casts. Although I kind of want Mad Dash available. There we go. Okay. We'll get rid of Mad Dash for the moment. I think we're going to have to put down Puffer, which is kind of terrible. We can take the run on archives and hope for the best. We could lose Levy, which is fine. Tapworm would be bad though. How many Breach Domes could they really have in here? So let's draw. Let's get a Draw, draw. I think Sakon. Oh no. Well, we pause that up. It's going to have to wait another turn then. Because we want to get this. And there's some bits and pieces I want to keep. Okay, the mind games start again. Alright, let's draw once. Let's run archives. Just the one breach dome. Of course it hit it. Oh dear. Okay, we'll spend one. So of all the cards to lose, Tapeworm was the one we wanted to keep. That's okay. We have two more. Didn't want it anyway. But at least we know there's a future perfect. They threw out Clones and Not People. Neural P went in the bin as well. That's interesting. Okay. Boxy seems good in this matchup all of a sudden. Because it seems like we'll need cards in hand. I'm going to zoom out, sorry. So, maximum hand size increased by 2. So they've gotten us with a Ronin. We lose Sakon, Earthrise Hotel and Crowbar. But they don't get the kill. And we have a bigger hand size now as well. Which makes us far more difficult to kill. It means we'll be able to run into more traps. The one thing we do have to watch out for is like a Kronos project. Okay. So at the moment we cannot deal with something like DNA Tracker. That is problematic. So we see a snare up top. Good to know. Let's fire this down. Let's fire this down. This. And take a credit. Kronos Project is the one to worry about. And considering the damage we've seen so far, it may be something we have to worry about. Kind of curious if we're going to see this new Jinteki agenda that lets them move things around. No, apparently they're just all in on advancing. Okay, well that will also allow us to index. We know they drew a snare, so let's draw again. So Puffer is going to take a lot of our memory, unfortunately, until we get another link. That's what we're lacking at the moment. And we're one short of DNA Tracker at the moment. Back channels, so infinite money. Time to find our extra link plus Tapeworm. Well, there's Crowbar. Okay, so now we feel better about things. And there is Tapeworm. So I feel we're good to go. We just have to make sure we don't get hit with damage, which is index and work from there. So it's indexing, which gets us our successful run, which gets us Tapeworm. Or maybe not. We'll use the spike, get us a draw, find another spike, which is nice. Wow, 2 in a row. This time we will get Paperclip. And we have to spend 7 credits. Oh, good. Jinteki does it automatically now. Which makes us even worse at live games because we will no longer have to do maths. So, another future perfect. Voter intimidation. Mushin. Ugh. So, voter intimidation is going to be a problem. Presumably take out a tech trader, or maybe even same old thing. Let's keep the Mushins far away from them. Don't think we're going back in this turn. So let's put a third. And maybe we check this out. Because I have to try and score an agenda at some point. There we go. Okay, so voter intimidation is going to come down, which will suck. Let's draw one more. And we could even take a credit, make punitive even harder. But I think at the moment, another one of these is good. Okay, so they're drawing breach dome and voter intimidation and everything else. Let's spend 0 here. So they will get a trash on one of these. Voter intimidation is okay. Ah, they got 2 of them. Right. That hurts a little more. But it's not the end of the world. So they got the breach dome and voter intimidation. Next card is future perfect. Hey, Maxwell has finally arrived. And suddenly we've loaded the memory again. So we can pump puffer, we can get our spikes and Amakuas down. Mushin. Now, this is where the mind games kick in, because obviously we know we've seen the future perfect, they know we've seen the future perfect. But because we have such a big hand, and we do have same old thing levy up here, I think we actually just go for it. We could draw, put down Amakua. Seems good as well. Yeah, we have spike armors and things like that as well. Just snare. And we'll leave it, even though back channels is a thing. And remove tag. Then we will do this just to get the extra card. So next turn we can levy. We can get even spike down and levy. And they're starting to run out of turns, plus they don't know we have levies in hand. And we know they do not have blackmail, so now we're in a good position. We can spike camera. Even though we know what it is, it might actually be better to keep it. So I think we'll wait until we have the tech traders back. So we'll credit, put this down, levy, and draw. And now we've loaded the spy cameras, we have tech traders coming back again. We're in a good position. So we will take a credit, pop this fella down, look at the top 2. We see no early MP. Okay. So, if we run this and we're wrong, we could end up dead. Then again, we have seen future perfect. No early MP is coming. I think we play it safe. Okay, third time's the charm. We will get a tapeworm, even though we won't be making like 6-7 credits a click or a turn for free. I think now we finally have an opportunity. So I think this is going to be future perfect, or maybe not. Future perfect and the 3 go back. drop. There's another levy, which is going to be great for us. Let's look at the top. We see Obokata Protocol. Okay, well, we can... We're going to lose cards because of Amakua. Or we wait. We know these things are around. So they've used 2 Mushins. So install Advance is not terrifying. We know they have Neural EMP in hand. Yeah, I think this is fine. We can take the damage. We can draw up easily enough. Probably going to lose Tapeworm. Because why wouldn't we? And we could have even mad dashed if we were that confident. Nearly should have gone back. So we lost some good things, including Tapeworm, of course. So we got to do our same old thing levy again. Punitive. Well, we do counter their deck quite well, thanks to everything we've got going on here. Okay, now with 2 credits, they can still fire Junebug, which is something we have to consider, but not much else. Let's see. Okay, let's run issue, see what we're kind of missing out on here. Excalibur. Well, that's going to fire for the moment because we do not have anything on Amakua. And then we're just kind of preparing ourselves again. Pop that down. So we can fire off a legwork if needs be. Can they weather the storm for 1 more levy? That is the question. We could run archives. There's probably more than 1 breach dome in here now, though. Apparently we can legwork. If we had a snare, we can survive. Let's draw. Let's legwork. Let's get 1 Tapeworm down at least. See, Punitive. Clones not people. And Kagugo. Kagugo is the annoying one. Let's get that down and let's credit. So Punitive is fine, actually. I don't know what I was talking about because we're on game point. So nothing to worry about there. Kagugo's annoying because we don't have the damage mitigation. So we have to plan our runs more carefully. However, they are running out of time. Now the worry is that they have a Philotic Entanglement on the board already, and that they're just waiting for us to have less than 6 cards. Or 7 cards if we get Neural EMP as well. So that is something to be moderately concerned about. So instead we're going to have to just take it easy. We will eventually hit our ultimate of having Abigail and everything else going. But yes, we do have to watch out for Phaladic, that is the thing. Draw, draw. We have the breakers. We just have to not get over aggressive. Mushin. So this is it really. So we can run, we can, same old thing, levy if we lose it. If it's Junebug, they'll take 6. I think we go first. Avocado Protocol, we guessed right. So we had a lot of counters here. Punitive, and we had Link plus money. We had the breakers at the right times. Indexing kind of took care of the mind games, and maybe we were under aggressive early, but apparently worked out. And Boxy was the perfect MVP in this game. Not every day you say that, but having 2 extra maximum hand size worked out really, really well for us. The worry was that Phaladic was on the board. Phaladic Ronin would also have been terrible, so there were some ways that we could have lost. Having no damage mitigation, possibly an oversight. We got to see what Puffer has to offer. Ideally you'll be using it as maybe a 3-4 strength Sentry Breaker, but you do have to take the memory into consideration, so that's why Geist is pretty good. We could have bumped it to a 4 strength even with our entire rig here. We could have chucked down Abigail, just had a 3 strength, or lose a Tapeworm for example, or occasionally just replace Paperclip over and over and over again. So we had a good setup going. It took a while though, that's one thing I will say, but hope you enjoyed it, and as always thank you very much for watching.